If you're interested in the build I used in this video, you can find that in the end of the video. If not, you can always find it earlier on patreon.com/widdz. And it's time to change up the builds a bit, right? So this is the build I've been running a lot the last days since 1.8 been released. It's 6-piece classified Lone Star with 2 MG5s with around 8,000 firearms, 5,000 stam and nothing into electronics. It's a crit chance and critical hit damage focused build. So we can check the weapon first here. 2 MG5s. This was actually on sale before. It got vicious, deadly and accurate. And as I said before, the build is focused around critical hit chance and critical hit damage. Since they nerfed Adept, I think vicious is one of the better talents to get back some critical hit chance. So yeah, vicious is definitely not the best talent if you are playing solo. However, this build is focused around group play and playing with a healer, right? You don't have to be in a 4-man group, but you at least need to have a healer because you don't have any skill power or skill haste. I mean, you can play without it, but it's gonna be pretty hard because your survivability is not the best. So yeah. And you're probably gonna be surprised here with accurate, but accurate on LMGs are actually really good, and it's always been really good, right? So if we look at the AR, I think this is a bad example with a Warlord though, because it shoots so slow. But even if you get accuracy, it's barely gonna do anything. Like you can get 100% accuracy on a gun like MDR or a Warlord, it's barely gonna do anything. However, if you put a bit of accuracy on LMGs, it's gonna make the crosshair smaller because LMGs work different way. The more you shoot with LMG, the smaller the crosshair becomes, right? Like if you shoot like 5 bullets, it becomes smaller. With AR, you shoot more, it becomes the bloom becomes bigger, right? So that's why accurate or accuracy is really good for LMGs, right? That's something actually I tried in 1.7. I wanted to do a Sentry MG5 build with headshot damage, like get use of that accuracy. But since LMG and headshot damage is so bad back then in 1.7, it didn't work that good. Maybe it could work a little bit better now with the LMG buff, but headshot damage is still not that good in PvP. So the weapon mods I'm using are critical hit damage major on everything with critical hit chance and headshot damage. So this scope here, we got the suppressor, same stats, critical hit damage, the main focus. Got a small grip with critical hit damage as well, optimal range and reload speed. I think you could get accuracy here as well, but I think it's really low, 2 to 3%. You could get like 15% accuracy as a major, but losing 19 critical hit damage, it's not worth it. The reason we get it on the weapon talent is because there's not too many other good talents. There's no responsive here. I mean, you could get competent, but you're not gonna use the skills too often, and I just think the accuracy is gonna help you more. If you really want to have more damage, you could go like competent in the bottom, I guess, but you're not gonna have your skills active too often because this build is like nothing about the skills really. But then you have more damage, but you have bigger bloom, which probably gonna mean that you're gonna miss more shots anyway. So yeah, accuracy is really good on LMGs. And let's check through Lone Star quick here. So if you don't know what Lone Star does, we can go through it quick, even though I think most of you guys already know. 2-piece is 100% ammo. 3-piece is 8% LMG and shotgun damage. 4-piece is when you swap weapon, you will instantly get it reloaded, so you don't have to reload for like 5 seconds with the MG5. So that's another reason why like MG5 is really good for this set, because you don't like, you take away the 5-second reload and put it on like 1 second. 5-piece, it's even more damage, 12% LMG and shotgun damage, so in total you get 20% damage, which is pretty sick. Then we have the 6-piece Berserker, which is really good and really fun as well to play with. So when your weapon has 15% left of its magazine, and of course you're in combat, then there's a 75% chance to receive a bonus that activates when the final bullet is fired from the current magazine. Once activated, the magazine is instantly refilled. Weapon damage and fire rate is increased by 30%. The bonus is cancelled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. So you basically get a mini tack link with a free reload, right? And this can happen a lot. Oh, I actually missed with the magazine. Missed with the mag, fuck. So because of that, it can be really beneficial to not even play extended mag, right? I tried both extended mag and the 50 mag. Both have some cons and pros. With the extended mag, you could prepare a bit easier, right? As long as you're in combat, you can kind of trigger the 6-piece. And if you have a full 120, 110 bullets with the buff, that's pretty crazy, because yeah, that's a lot of bullets, right? On the other hand, if you can't prepare it like that, which you're not going to be able to do most of the time, it can be really annoying when you have this big magazine, because sometimes you never proc it. And the other benefit with this rate of fire mag here is that you have higher rate of fire. It's not much, but it's a little bit. And with the 6-piece buff boosting your rate of fire even more, it's gonna be even higher, right? So I prefer the 50 mag. So yeah, guess we can go through my gear here real quick as well. Got stam on the chest piece here. Health as usual. And then exotic damage resilience. We don't really need a skill haste on this build, because we're not going to use the skills too much, right? Like, this build is not about the skills, because we're going to have healer and he's going to do the most, right? You could go like enemy armor damage, I guess, but it's not too much damage. So I feel like exotic damage resilience is better, especially now with Rogue 2.0. There's a lot of nade spam, so yeah. The gear mods is stand with critical hit chance, trying to boost that critical hit chance since it's a crit build. The mask, firearms with critical hit chance again and burn resistance. Firearms mod here, which is really low. I should probably check my stash to get a higher one, but I'm being pretty lazy on that. So yeah, critical hit chance again. Knee pad, firearms with health. Not the best minor here. I got damage to elite, blind, death resistance, and shock resistance. Would like to have like burn resistance instead of damage to elite. And then disrupt, I think, would be the best for PvP. If you really wanna, like, I assume a lot of you guys watching this probably wanna do a shit ton of damage. So you could swap health to critical hit damage, since you're gonna have a high crit chance, so that critical hit damage is gonna be pretty good. I'm using health though at the moment. So more stamina critical hit chance. The performance mode is pulse critical hit chance, because all the other performance modes are not really gonna do anything since we barely have any skill power. So this pulse critical hit chance works really good for this build. Backpack, firearms, and health again. As I said before, if you want to do more damage, you could go critical hit damage here as well. Personal preference, I would say. We have stab with critical hit chance, more pulse critical hit chance mods. Yep. And my Lone Star gloves with firearms, critical hit chance, and it should be LMG damage here. I'm not surprised this time. I'm actually re-recording this because my microphone was fucked up, so I'm re-recording everything. But yeah, I've been playing without LMG damage here for the last one day, I think, or 1.5 days, because I tried MP7 a bit. So I'm gonna go and re-roll this after the video. But yeah, critical hit chance, LMG damage here, 12% is the max, and 17 critical hit damage. Holster with critical hit chance, and yeah, just the major stats here. I should boost this up, but it's gonna cost so much the vision tech, and I don't have that much. So yeah, my stats are not the best here. Like, I could min max this build a little bit more, probably get like 200, 300 more main stats. Which I should do later. And pulse critical hit chance. And I have a sidearm here, which I haven't fixed yet as well. This one I've determined cool edit. I'm not gonna have any electronics, so I'm probably gonna get a low gear pistol or shotgun with determined. Yeah, if I go a pistol, I go cool edit determined probably, or I get a sawed off with determined, predatory, and talented maybe. But yeah, I haven't fixed that yet. That's something I will do later. But since a lot of people want to see the build, I kind of just want to get this out here. And yeah, like mainly the build's about crit chance and crit damage. So let's go and check how much we have. So 37 critical hit chance, that is obviously with vicious up. But if you play in a group, you're going to have vicious up most of the time, right? If you're below 2 segments, then yeah, you're probably dead. I mean, yeah, you're going to be topped off most of the time, right? 118 critical hit damage, 97 headshot damage. Headshot damage is still like decent because it's an LMG, right? It have highest headshot damage compared to like AR. 25 accuracy from accurate. 31 meter range. Like the range is pretty good as well on this weapon. LMG damage bonus. Damage to elite. Skill power. 0 skill aced. A long time ago I played without skill aced, huh? So 310 KHP. Got some exotic damage resilience from the chest. Burn resistance only 17. I would love to get it on the knee pads. But hey. Yeah, so let's go into skills, right? So the skills that I usually use is I want to use the pulse, right? Because I have the critical hit chance performance mods. So I have 15% crit chance. So that's the skill I kind of want to use all the time. Then I use a support station because I don't have any skill power, and since the buffed stam is even harder to heal yourself, right? And the support station heals percentage based, so it's gonna be more than this little heal can do. I thought pulse was bugged though. I don't think that's the case, but I was playing with the first aid booster shot. It's like it barely heals anything. 37k is nothing when you have 300k HP, right? So I mainly use booster shot just for the stats like the damage and the damage resistance. But if you play in a 4-man group, you at least want to have one booster. But I would love to play support station and pulse. I feel like that's the best. Then the link you can choose however, depending on your team. Talents, combat medic is a must, of course, in group. Critical save, still good. 20% damage resistance. And on the move, 15% damage resistance. Like, I don't know, I'll always use these two. Combat medic always in group. There's no real value, in my opinion. Like, the value now for strike back is not that high because, yeah, the cooldowns are not too high anyway for the pulse. I think it was 20 seconds, right? And you're not gonna depend on your own skills, right? So yeah. Then precision, you get like, is it 10 crit chance or is it more? And then like 20 critical hit damage, I think. You get a lot of crit chance and critical hit damage with precision though, if they're not pulsed already. So that's pretty good skill. You just need to land a headshot though, but with the accurate and all those bullets, it's pretty damn easy. You shouldn't need triage because your healer is gonna run it, right? So yeah, I think that's it, guys. This is a really fun build. It could be hard for you to get the PC if you don't have all the classified, but damn, it's really good damage. It's really fun to play, like the 6-piece launcher with MG5. It's really fun. I would love to get Alejandro though, but I don't have it because that would be even more crazy with rate of fire, because I always liked LMG and like high rate of fire. So I think this is really fun to play. But yeah, I think that's it for this build. I will have more build videos coming. I think one build video tomorrow as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that and hope you guys have a nice day and see you later on the stream. I will show you a game of skirmish here so you can see the build a little bit more how it works. And in the end of the video you can check the annotation. You can see the video I uploaded yesterday, which was a duo manhunt with this exactly build, right? So yeah. I think you kinda need to stick with your team though. Pretty important. needed here. Put the station on. So, dude, where the fuck do we go? Here. Fucking Lone Star, dude. It's so fun. Team. I'm gonna die here. Cause I don't have any medikits, dude. A bit too aggressive. Spawn so far away. Fuck, they couldn't have been a really good game. One more kill. $16 though.
I thank you, my guys. Thank you.
If I didn't die there, man, it could have been really fucking good. Six headshot, what the fuck? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like my content and want to support financially, you can check out my Patreon. And if that's not enough, you can find me streaming daily on twitch.tv/widdz. Have a nice day.